Hallelujah. How's it going, guys? My name is Blessious. I hope you're having a great one. It is Thursday, well, upon posting this video, and that means the Bungie TWAB is out. That means we're going to see that everything that is kind of coming with nerfs, changes, additions, subtractions that is coming next Tuesday with Season of Worthy, and we are actually 1 week away, technically sorta, from Trials returning. Anyway, let's dive on into this bad boy. Here we go. We're gonna dive into this week at Bungie. We are prepared for the Worthy. So as you can see before, there is the Worthy gameplay trailer. Here's the Season of Worthy, everything that's happening. Basically, next week we get the Seraph Tower event. If you don't know, the Seven Seraphs was going to be the fourth faction that was in Destiny back in the day, but was always cut. So you can buy a t-shirt of it. Super weird. And then Trials next Friday, and then so on and so forth. We already covered this in a previous thingamabob. By the way, if you want to get noticed by Papa, Trials returns. Use that hashtag with your old D1 trial stuff, and they might feature in next week's TWAB, yada yada yada. Over here, down to the good stuff. Power games. I gotta be dramatic, you know? With each new season, you're faced with new challenges that require a bit of power acquisition to take on. In the Season of Worthy, you'll be challenged in not only Trials of Osiris, but in legendary Lost Sectors and Grandmaster Nightfalls. Here's a quick update from Dev Team on what's changing on day one and their plans for mid-season update. Hello, this is the Dev Team. We are raising the cap of gear drops 40 points. Powerful gear will now drop up to 1,000. With pinnacle drops going up to 110. The soft cap has also been effectively raised to 50 points. Gear drops from nearly all sources will continue to get upgrades until 950 power, and powerful reward success will not be required to progress to 950. We are looking to present an element of gear progression available each season, as well as prepare for underlying systems and future updates, like the forthcoming one with legendary weapons mentioned by Luke Smith, Weapon Forever selection, aka the sunsetting of weapons. We are also looking to make some quality of life updates in the Pinnacle band, starting in 2.8.1 coming mid-season. We'll be upgrading some existing powerful rewards to Pinnacle rewards. What does that mean? These are weekly Strike, Crucible, and Gambit challenges, as well as weekly clan grip. With this change, we want to increase the total number of Pinnacle power sources in the game, broaden Pinnacle drop access, as well as increase the pool of items that can drop in the Pinnacle band. Slot imbalances can also affect Pinnacle progress. When we say a lot of imbalance, this could be explained as the times that you have a chest piece drop for the Pinnacle source a few times in a row. That happened to me this weekend with Boots, the fur. And, you know, the whole club was looking at, her. Anyway, we're looking at player feedback for some time, and we're investigating a few new approaches in the problem space. We're looking to have an update on the later date. Until then, we hope to have additional sources that'll help you on your climb. While we have the dev team here, they also want to give an update on artifact power for Trials of Osiris, which is something that a whole lot of people have been very curious about from the dev team. With Trials just around the corner, we want to make sure to address the artifact power problem, and as quickly as we could. Luke Smith said last week a short-term fix is to disable artifact power bonus while in Trials and Iron Banner. Unfortunately, Season of the Worthy has already been released for certification, aka it's been released to Xbox, Steam, and PlayStation for their approval and to get it in their systems. So we won't be able to disable the artifact's power for the first Trials weekend. Ooh, we have the fix in-house to disable it, and we are testing it this week. Hopefully, deploy it on Tuesday, March 17th. We really wish we could have got it for the launch weekend, but we also have to expect that the first Trials weekend to be impacted by... But we also expect the first Trials weekend to be the one impacted by the artifact release, which is true, but you're always going to have probably Glad go in, friggin' power level 1 mil. I'm just joking, by the way. I don't know if that's exactly possible, but hey, you know. Players will have much less time to increase that artifact power, so the majority will be close to each other outside Pinnacle drops. Our long-term plan is to enable a power cap for Trials and Iron Banner, and we're investigating the required work on this. This will roll out no earlier than midway through the season of Worthy, but we don't have a firm date yet. We'll be able to communicate it when we do. We also look to the damage curves for power-enabled PvP modes to determine what, if any, adjustments should be made. Assuming that we discover it's necessary, the timeline for a change is still TBD. With both changes, we plan to provide more detailed write-ups before they go live, explaining the details of the change and the design philosophy behind and why we are making those changes. Just to clarify, I'll echo Luke Smith's statement from last week. We're going to disable the artifact power bonus in Trials and Iron Banner until we can upload and implement a new power cap system for those playlists. I hope you enjoy the season of the Worthy, and may your run to the lighthouse be swift and merciless. Also, we have a change to Eververse. Now, if you probably just strolled on your favorite social media, you probably saw some of the new armor. With the turn of each season, we hope to keep players up to date with the Eververse store's evolvingness, I guess. This season, there's a few changes concerning bright engrams and a new path to directly purchase. Basically, it's going to be even more like the Fortnite store. Bright engrams in Season of the Worthy, they're no longer available to purchase. That's right, you can't purchase them. You can't purchase those loot boxes. We want players to know something costs. No, wait. We want players to know what something costs before they buy it. Bright engrams don't live up to that principle, so we're no longer selling them in the Eververse store, though they will still appear on the free track of progress season pass. This season, we are continuing our focus on our efforts to directly purchasing things through the Eververse store. There's going to be a daily rotation of items, a la kind of like your Fortnite kind of store. In the place of bright engrams, a new module will be available in the Eververse store starting in Season of the Worthy. This daily rotating module will feature one item from a small selection of ships, sparrows, ghosts, and finishers that we offered in previous seasons. These items will be available to be purchased directly for silver at a discounted source, which is pretty cool because, like, if there's like that hunter cloak that you really want from back in the day, you can just get it. Over here are some new things, and whoa, I have to say, it took me a minute to understand which was which. I was looking at the hunter, this guy, very Halo Reach helmet over here, but I was like, what? No, that's the hunter? Then over here, you got this guy dripping, man. This guy's got a drip, this warlock, looking fine. And this guy, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Here is the new hunter finisher that you can get. You can go full Rey from Star Wars and be a pole army boy. Over here, this Titan finisher. I'm not even gonna like hide it, dude. The first time I saw this, I thought they were like, oh, that's the warlock one. Yeah, this one doesn't impress me much. Now this one, I think this is a failed attempt to do a Kamehameha. Still kind of cool. Still kind of cool. The final preview of patch notes. Over the last weeks, we've been giving some previews to the sandbox and how it will be evolving in Season of Worthy, not just to weapon tuning, but the ability to change the elemental affinity of your armor piece. This week, we'll be taking a wider look at the Destiny 2 Update 2.0.8 exotic armor tuning for PvE, PvP, UI updates, bug fixes, and more. Starting off with a Hunter exotic Assassin Cowl. The invisibility and healing effect now triggers on powered melee, both against combatants and guardians and finishers. The duration of the invisibility granted by the exotic is increased based on the tier of the enemy defeated. So I guess we need to find out like how long that's gonna be for a guardian in PvP. Arc staff kills no longer activate this burst. The Frosties change the ability regeneration so that it no longer stacks with other class abilities. Capri Sting. All smoke bombs deal 150 damage while wearing this exotic. That's a buff. Orpheus rig over here. The maximum amount of super you can regain from this exotic while in single use, the shadow shot is 50%. It seems like a nerf, but does that mean like if you cast more shadow shots, like if you have quiver and you're just going pew 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 pew, like that's a buff to it? And then this one, get ready for trials, baby. The unicorns, if you stick a trip mine, well, it's going to be on them and explode. It's called the Unicorn, man, and this thing is going to be great for hunters. Young Kara Spine. I said it so weird. Increase the explosion radius of trip mines by 14%. Over here, Titans. Ashen Wake. Killing an enemy with a fusion grenade while wearing this exotic now refunds grenade energy. The amount of grenade energy refunded scales on the tier enemy killed. Again, What is that for? A Guardian. Antius wards. The shield created during the slide no longer allows chip damage through. Buff. Doomfang Pauldrons. Fixed a bug where Doomfang would sometimes grant super energy from melee kills while in your super. Nerf? Fix. Dune Marchers. Increase the radius of static charge to 20 meters from 12. Buff? MK44 stand asides. Reduce the delay from the start of sprinting until the overshield comes in to about 0.5 seconds, down from 1.25. Ooh. One-eyed mask, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're excited about this, except for people that only wear this helmet. Then kiss that Hershey Kiss helmet goodbye. Let it get melted. Target marking from this exotic has been replaced with target highlighting, eliminating the ability to see through walls. No longer provides damage bonus while defeating your marked target. Restores the previous overshield granted by defeating your marked target, which now has been a duration of 6 seconds, down from 8. Woo! Use other exotics. Severance and closure. The explosion now triggered on powered melee, both against guardians and regular people and finishers. The radius of the damage explosion is by this exotic is based on the tier of enemy defeated, aka what is that on a guardian. Warlock hypothesis fail. This exotic now guaranteed to drop with a plus 16 to intellect. That's interesting. Controverse hold. Reduce the damage reduction of this exotic from 20 to 20%, down from 40. If you don't know, that is what every warlock uses in PvP when they're sending out their handheld supernovas. So that got a bit of a nerf. Sanguine Alchemy has received complete redesign. A new perk, Blood Magic, allows the wearer to pause the countdown timer of any rift they're standing in by getting weapon kills, extending the rift's duration. What? Would that work with like a well? What? That's interesting. That is interesting because wasn't Sanguine Alchemy basically like you got a hunter enhanced radar before? Ophidian Aspects now increases the lunge range of all warlock attacks, even if the ability is on cooldown. Damn, okay. Verity's Brow. The buff provided by this exotic now increases your grenade damage by 10% per stack. The buff to allies' grenade recharge speed rate now kicks in while you cast your grenade. And this exotic now provides a buff text notification indicating how many allies are currently benefiting from your enhanced grenade recharge. Oh, that's cool. I'm excited to see if that's going to be used at all. Investment. Legendary engrams. Increase the number of armor sets available from world drops to 11 sets, up from 3. Yay, variety. This will now include faction rally armor. Players who previous had faction rally ornaments, like your boy right here, may apply them to armor sets. Several sets that were previously unavailable to extreme difficulty to acquire are now set as world drops. So I wonder if that's just going to be like, hey, like you need like something from Anna Bray on Mars. Maybe that'll just drop in just regular old world, I guess. Armor stats. Prime engrams will now be more reliably drop armor. Prime engrams will now reliably drop armor with higher overall stat rolls and spikier distributions. Exotic armors will now reliably drop with higher overall stat rolls. Legendary armors will now have an improved chance of receiving higher overall stat rolls, though lower rolls will still be present. And then we get this bad boy. User interface. The settings in the UI layout on consoles has been changed to match the experience on PC, allowing for future updates. Cool, guys. Adding the ability to change the color of the reticle on consoles. Players can choose from 7 different colors matching PC. Added hint text during loading screens. Oh, what? Added a comma separators to the glimmer count. No longer keeps me awake at night. That's random. Added categories to quest screen. Oh, that's cool. Quest items will now be automatically filtered to 1 of 7 categories. New light. All quests. Shadowkeep seasonal playlist exotics. The past. The past? The past. Destiny 1? Question mark? Performance. Fixed UI stuttering. Improved frame rate. yada, 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 yada. While this is pretty lengthy, we have more patch notes to share with you Tuesday around 9 a.m. PDT. That is 11 Central, 12 Eastern. I can math. Wait, some of you are asking, wait, 10 a.m.? Don't your patches usually ship at 9 a.m.? Daylight savings time starts this Sunday. So just get ready for that. You can get everything ready so you can be all planned out to get your Tuesday grind on. And then, yeah, that's about it. I went through and I watched about halfway of this video. This person goes through and teaches us about animals in Destiny. And it's pretty actually entertaining. So, cool on this guy. Creatures of Destiny, a nature documentary. Anyway, are you excited for the new season of Worthy? Are you excited for Trials? Are you excited for the grind? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope you have a good one. Remember, you can find me every day, twitch.tv/Blessious, as well on social media on Twitter, Instagram, @Blessious Plays. I hope you have a great one, and I shall see you Tuesday, plus some videos that are coming out this weekend. Have a good one, guys. Cowabunga.